Welcome back to West Ham Unofficial. I hope you are all well. Jake Cox here. Massive game kicks off in just over 2 hours' time. I've just come on. I thought I'd do a quick one. 5 people in the chat, 6 people watching. Get your comments in. Say hello. Let's see who is in the chat. I hope you are all well. Just thought I'd jump on, build up and final thoughts because this is a big game. This is a massive game for West Ham. I mean, is it time, Benrahma to start? Who knows? I mean, it's going to be a big call for David Moyes to make at when the team sheet comes out in an hour and 4 minutes time as I'm streaming this. Because I feel that Antonio is now out, and now this leaves an opportunity. There's 8 games to go to give Benrahma a run, to give Benrahma a go in these games. Maybe not against Leicester, maybe start him against Newcastle, but let's just hope we can see a bit of Benrahma because I really do think we need to. Here he is, Kieran saying, "G'day, young Jake. I hope you're well, Kieran. I hope you're well. What's the time? Tell us your right." So, Kieran, I want you to tell us what the time is. I'll still get to that in a Luke minute. I'll get that to I will get that in a minute. But I mean, it's fantastic. What's the time, Kieran? Thoughts on the game? Here he is. Big up, Jake. Hashtag Young Gonzo. Hello, Luke. Hello. I hope you're well. H_L says, "I'm nervous, but confident the boys can pull through. Massive game. I'm going for another 3-2 win." That's what I predicted for a 3-2 win. I feel we might not be we might not be 3-0 up in the first 40 minutes, but we've done that for the last 2 games. It might just become a habit. You never know in football. You never know. But yeah, I think it is a massive game today, and let's hope the boys can come out as HL says. Yeah, we are all nervous, aren't we? But we are a different squad. We're a different squad as we've been before. Kieran says 9 p.m. Jake, so the game kicks off in 2 hours, so it'll be 11 p.m. So it's another late night for you, Kieran. Are you going to stay up and watch it? Have you got the dedication to say that? Turks says 3-1 West Ham, Bowen to score 2. I like it. I feel in the fan base there's a lot of positive, and there's people saying they're better than Wolves. Are we going to have enough in that defence? But we will see at 1:05. Is Ogbonna fit? Will Ogbonna come in? I mean, even some people have been saying that Dawson should drop to the bench. Perhaps he needs a bit of a rest. I don't agree with that. I mean, he's played a lot of games, but I think his downfall in form. Not downfall in form. I just feel he hasn't been as good when he's been next to Diop, and that's what it is. I just feel when he's next to Ogbonna, he is a very, very good player, and I feel he's much better when he's next to Angelo Ogbonna, and he will be back in the next couple of weeks, hopefully, maybe even today. Is Ogbonna fit? Let's hope so. I think we all want him to slot in there. I really do. Neil, hello mate. Well, afternoon everyone. Big game today. Get your predictions in. All of that. Thoughts, final thoughts. Are we nervous as the game creeps closer? Are we nervous? Are we confident? Oh, are we more confident? Let's see. Get your comments in the live chat. I will read them out. Kieran says, "Always watch live, Jake. Not super confident though." Oh, well done, Kieran. So you'll be watching it. Yeah, I don't think we're super confident, but I feel when we go into these sides that are up there, we feel we'd always take a point. But some fans are still saying, "I'll take a point." But I feel this season, the way we pushed on, the way we've got Lingard there, I feel there's a real good chance. And some of the West Ham players, and David Boyce said it. I think Ben Johnson said it in the open training session that we go to clubs like Leicester when they're on really, really good form, sat in third, taking a point. But we want to win every game. We need to win every game. I really think I I really do think so. Right, 3 comments just come in. Hi Jake, good morning. I will address you. It is the afternoon now, Charlie. It's 12:05, but hello, hope you are well. Marcus, hello. Positive for a West Ham win, but it's going to be a hard fought one. Yeah, I completely agree. I don't think Leicester are gonna make us win easy. I don't think they will be easy to get past. But I feel they're scared of Lingard. I think they will be scared of Lingard. I mean, they've got a very rotated back line. I feel Soyuncu, which I really, really rate, isn't there. He's injured. I think we can get at that side. I tell you what, I've still got it here. I'm going to bring it up for you. The predicted 11 for Leicester. I'm just going to take that banner off there. So the predicted 11 is Schmeichel, Fofana, Evans, Amati, Pratt, and Didi, Tielemans, Castagna, Madison, Vardy, and Iheanacho. I think we can get down that side with Amati and Pratt down there, perhaps. I mean, I haven't seen a lot of these players. I know Fofana, he seems to be very, very highly rated from Leicester fans. But I feel we can get down that side wherever we're going to play, whatever Moyes would do. A win would be a massive statement, and people are still underestimating us because I saw the poll wasn't finished, but on Sky Sports there was a poll who's going to get top 4, and 46% was Chelsea, and we only had 19% of the vote. People are underestimating us, and if we win today, let's hope they think they are in with a massive shout now. They've only got to play 2 more clubs around us, Everton and Chelsea. Leicester have got a really hard run in. I really do think if we beat them today that they are going to go down a very slippery slope, because the last 3 games they've got I think they're like Man United, Tottenham, and somebody else completely. Neil says 1-1, bit nervous, Wolves injuries. Yeah, I think we'd all be more confident if we had Rice in there, if Antonio was there, especially for the half an hour he had against Wolves, definitely. That's all right, Charlie, that's all right. Turk said we must go for the win. This game is ours to lose. I completely agree. H_L says their right hand side of the defence is very weak. Yeah, that's what I pulled up just a minute ago. We are massive. Today is the day. Thank you very much, James. There we go. We are massive. We are massive. Right. So I feel that we've got a lot of confidence going into this. Our starting lineup. I feel like this is what we will get. I mean, we all want Ben Rama. Scott's not in, so I will do it for him. #free Ben Rama. There you go. Scott will watch this eventually, but #free Ben Rama. I'm hoping that Ogbonna will be back in there, but I just feel he's not quite going to be ready yet. Although we saw a lot of work going into his training session. The open training session. He looked like he was running quite sharply. But Fabianski, Diop, Dawson, Cresswell, Soufal, Masuaku, I think we will stay with that back 5. I can't see none of this Balbuena coming in over Dawson. I really don't see it. Or Diop going out, Balbuena in. I really don't see it. Noble, Souček, we'd like to see Fornals in there, but let's be realistic with David Moyes. I suppose we'd like to see we'd like to see Ben Rama in there, but let's be realistic. This is Moyes. He might prove us wrong today. He might prove us wrong. Go out attacking, and he might go up with the guns. I feel this is a really, really good opportunity now because we've got the game in hand and we can go out there. We've got a massive opportunity. There we go. #free Ben Rama. James done it as well. Right. Kent says we need to score first, 2-1 either way. Yeah, I completely agree. I think 2-1 West Ham. That would be fantastic. Yeah, I think if we get the first goal, we are in massive box position, because if we can continue that and have a decent lead going into half time, not just let one in before half time like we've done in the last couple of games, for them to pile the pressure on. I don't think we learnt the lesson against Arsenal, and it was nearly told again for us against Wolves. And I feel if we do the same, I think Leicester have got the ability with Madison. I don't. I've just seen Luke's comment. I'll get to. Oh, Dad, I'm just going to read it out now. 12-0, Masuaku double hat-trick. I tell you what, Luke started on something. Luke started on the beverages, I think. I like it, though. I like it, Luke. 12-0, Masuaku double hat-trick. And some for Noble in there as well. A penalty for Noble. That would be class. But yeah, the last thing I've got wrote down is the youngsters, the massive Odebeko. He got the hat-trick against his former club in his game. I think it was on Friday night against United. We beat them and he got a hat-trick. So the question I'm going to ask you guys in the chat: will Odebeko or Coventry be given a chance? Now I'm going to answer it first, and then I'm going to take your comments on it. I feel definitely not Coventry in today's game. I feel perhaps, as Duke said on the Happy Birthday Peach live stream last night, check that out. That was fantastic for Peachy Boy. But I feel perhaps not in today's game because this is a massive game. James will say it in the chat. This is our biggest game for a long, long time. This is the biggest game of the season for us. Because we can come into contenders or pretenders, as James says. See, I nicked it, James. I nicked it. I borrowed it, and I'm now going to give that phrase back to you, James. I feel not today, perhaps. I mean, it's not going to happen because Moyes has clearly come out and said Odebeko and Coventry they aren't in his plans for the next couple of games. They aren't in his plans to make a opportunity, to break through. I'd like to see Odebeko on the bench, and perhaps if it's not going quite to plan, chuck him on because he's now got Lingard around him. He didn't in the game he came on. Obviously, we were playing Man United, and we didn't have Lingard there because obviously it was his parent club, and he was cup tied in that FA Cup match. I'm going to be the first to admit that he wasn't great, but in that game he came on for I think it was a half or so. But I feel the awareness and the presence of Jesse Lingard around him could really help him, and that could spark something that we've seen in the under-23s, but not quite in the Premier League. Right then. Hi Luke. Yeah, you're laughing. Right. Kent says I play Lingard behind Ben Rama. If it was me, Leicester won't know what to do if we did that because centre backs wouldn't have anybody to mark. Yeah, I completely agree. Just doing something different because I think, to be fair, I don't know what Moyes is going to do. He might surprise us. He might do what we all expect him to do: play Noble in the midfield, which I don't think is a huge bad thing. But I feel we're coming up against a better. I'm sorry, pardon me. We're coming up against a better midfield than we did last week, and I feel we could get a little bit overrun. I'm sorry, Rebecca. I'm sorry, but I don't know. 23 people watching. We are hitting some viewers here. Get your comments in. Hashtag freestyle. I wonder if he's still painting. I wonder if he's allowed to come on the match day live today, or is he still painting on the bench for Meepo? Yeah. Simple answer, nope. So this is about Odebeko and Coventry now. Good morning from Brooklyn. Smart boy, I know. You like to see Ben Rama. Say, see, you know me. You know I like to see Ben Rama. I will have. If I have the opportunity, Ben Rama will start today. And he's got the awareness. He's got Lingard around him, as he did in that masterclass against Aston Villa when we beat them 3-1. I will keep going back to it. I'm back to it because I feel that's when the spark started. That got us back into the top 4. And that was the spark with Lingard, with Ben Rama, unfortunately with Antonio, but obviously he won't be involved today. Or is Moy sending a curveball? Probably not, but you never know. Kent says, Jake, I've sent Dad some more. Some even tougher ones than yesterday. Thank you very much for saying some questions. Dad did say he sent through some questions, so check out the showdown quizzes. Kent has been a massive help. He sent through loads and loads of questions, and we're getting closer to the final. So Kent is upping the question quality. He's upping the difficulty, and people aren't liking it, Kent. People aren't liking these difficult questions, but they are really, really good. Thank you very much, Kent. It's greatly appreciated. Do you think Newcastle will go down? Yes, I do, but I feel for me, it's difficult because what I want, I'd personally like to see him go down and Fulham stay up because I think they play some really refreshing football. Fulham, 27 viewers we have in here. Get your comments in. This is fantastic. 26 now, but I think there's a huge possibility, but they are sparking something again, and I hope to God. Kent, can you tell me whether Callum Wilson will be back? Do you know whether he could be in contention for our game? Because I hope he isn't. He played and he did destroy us in that game at the start of the season, but we're a different side. So Kent, could you tell us, will Callum Wilson be anywhere near the first team squad when we play them next weekend? Minor says, he says, hi, from Brisbane, Australia, would take a draw. So we've got Kieran from Australia, we've got Martin from Australia. We are all Australians today. Lots of Australians in. Good to see you. Neil says, I play Fornals in Noble's position and Ben Rama next to Lingard behind Bowen. I like it. FIFA Career Mode Unofficial. Can't wait for tonight's show. Yes, I think you do mean this show here. If you do, I hope you are. I will be joined by Mini Jack Grealish himself, or better known as Josh, for the Premier League Roundup show. We're going to do it. So we're going to go through all of the Premier League games, give our thoughts, and go in depth into the Aston Villa game with Josh, and in depth into the West Ham game with me. So check that out. 7 p.m. Put it in 7 p.m. The juniors will be here to talk about all things Premier League live on this channel. So make sure you check that out. Right, I'm going to start plugging the shows again. Yesterday, for 28 minutes, I did a Grand National special, and some people gave their tips, predictions. The Arsenal fan Ben, who came on, he got it right. He got it right. Congrats, Ben, if you're watching this. He did fantastic. He picked Manila Times out, and it won. I can't say the same about Steve's Potter's Corner. If you watched it, you'd know. And coming up, we've got an interview with former Coventry defender David Boost, which will be fantastic on Monday at 2 p.m. So that will be really, really fantastic. And if you didn't see it yesterday, I'd highly recommend going back. At one point, we had seven people on the screen at the same time wishing Peach a happy birthday. That was absolutely fantastic. So we talked all things football positive with West Ham. We talked David Moyes, Europa League, Champions League, all of that stuff. The youngsters. We talked about a lot of things. So check that out and put a comment in. #happy birthday Peach. #happy birthday Peach. He really did appreciate that stream. He really did, I know. So make sure you do go and have a look, because it was a great stream, and wishing a great man a happy birthday. Right, let's have a look at some more comments then. We've done those. Right, Luke says, I don't think Newcastle will go. I think the Fulham loss to Wolves has killed them now, sadly. Yeah, I think we all want Scott Parker to stay up, but I feel I'd like to see Newcastle go down, but we will have to wait and see. There's still 8 games to go. There's a lot of twists and turns left to go. What's your prediction? 3-2 West Ham. I feel Noble's going to get on the score sheet today, so will Ben Rama, and so will Jesse Lingard. Now that is if Ben Rama starts, and obviously if Noble starts as well. That would be fantastic, and that will that see us back into 4th? I believe so. I don't know. Jazz said, I'm not expecting us to get anything today. However, they do say that it's not the bear in the fight, but it's the fight in the bear. There you go. There's another saying for you. So Jazz is not confident. What's your prediction, Jazz? Get it in. That's interesting. Let's have a look. Vinay says, Neil T, I agree. You sat closer to the camera, getting taller. Oh yeah, your head is just going with the West Ham banner. Yeah, I have pulled myself a bit forward because I'm having troubles getting the microphone to go properly. But I do sit like this. I think I am growing, hopefully. I'm not the tallest, but we will see. I mean, it's nearly there. I mean, I do think I am growing. I mean, if I sit up straight like that, I'm nearly covering it. But I do sit down like this, so you can see the West Ham United banner up there. Right. This is an interesting thing. This is an interesting point that Afro Boy 007 has said, put Fredericks on and move Soufal in centre back. That's interesting. So you're going with a back 5 then. So you're going with Creswell. Oh dear. Yeah, that's interesting. Tell us what you would do with that whole back 5 or back 4, Afro Boy. What would you do? Good day, Marty. Brisbane, myself. Yeah. So they're talking to each other in the chat. Hi, mate. What's your prediction? 1-1 draw. There you go. 3-2. Come on, you Irons. There you go. I love it. Lee says, today feels more like a cup final. The nearer it gets, the more butterflies it grow. Yeah, I completely agree, Lee. I'm getting a bit more nerves in me for the starting lineup to come. But yeah, noble that straight. You love to see it. Afro Boy 007 is going 3-3. Callum Wilson is going to bite us next week. He's back on bench today, so you know what's going to happen next Saturday. Thanks for that news, Kent. So he's back today. So he will be pretty much in the starting lineup, I'm sure, next week. Can't do nothing about it. And Aldebeko hat trick. Is Ogbonna back? I don't know, Martin. I'm gonna going to be completely honest, what we saw, if you don't see from the open training session video that I did a couple of days ago, I think it was in the week. Yeah, I think I did it. He was looking really, really sharp. He was running, he was doing sprinting, he was doing a lot of good stuff. So I think that does mean that he's close, but I think he'll be back for the Newcastle game. I don't think he will be risked at all. So make sure you do check that video out. I did in the week, open training session. That was my reaction, all of that. Ogbonna to start versus Leicester. We will have to wait and see whether he is back. I feel like I'm more confident now I've seen that open training session, because I feel that was definitely a positive. Right. Just the same prediction is 2-0 to Leicester, but it should be more if it weren't for Ogbonna. I reckon we'll play like we did versus Wolves in the second half. Rodgers will have a game plan, which Moyes won't. I'm going to disagree with you slightly there, Jazza. Sorry to be negative. That's right. That's your view. I like everybody to get their view across. I read your comments out because you are part of the show. You are part of the show. You are the main part of this show and this channel. So I'm going to kind of dissect this. So you're going 2-0 Leicester. But it should be more if it weren't for Ogbonna. I don't think we will see Ogbonna today. You never know. I feel like Moyes will have a game plan, because this is massive. This game is massive, and I feel that he will have a game plan, whether it's with Noble, whether he will go all out attacking, which I highly doubt. But Moyes can surprise us. Moyes can be the bearer of good news. Play Ben Rama, play Fornals in the middle. And I feel that would be good. It's 1-0 Burnley. Interesting. But I'm going to take all of your comments very, very shortly. But I will be back in just a second. Please check out Canning Town Len using the link in the description. I will whack the link in the chat as well. But check them out using the link. Canning Town Len is your best place to buy custom portraits that you can buy on the internet. Canning Town Len does animated portraits like this one he did for me up here. They're absolutely fantastic, and I couldn't recommend them enough. So just some ones that he did for me. I've got this one here outside the London Stadium. I mean, it looks just like me, really. The best possible kind of animated portrait, kind of animated cartoon kind of picture I could hope for, really. They're absolutely amazing, and they are so realistic, look exactly like me, and they are very good to buy. So make sure you do click the link in the description down below to buy a portrait from Canning Town Len. I'd highly recommend them. Click the link in the description down below. He does animated portraits, non-West Ham related, West Ham related, lots of different backgrounds, any shirt, any background. You can basically customize it to your absolute kind of needs and what you exactly want. So click the link in the description down below to check out Canning Town Len. Come on, your irons. And I'm back, and I've just been bought a drink as well. Look at this. This is a nice Sunday. Thank you very much, Mum. Right, let's get back to your comments. Keep them coming in as I've just put in the chat. Right. 2-1 Dawson and Lingard, lovely. Turks are saying 0-2, 100% agree. Lunch smells good, yes it does. Got steak casserole or something today, I do believe. Mama Cox is cooking up in the kitchen. Ogbonna, Dawson, Sufa, and right wing back Fredericks, left wing back Creswell. So we're going 3 in the middle of Ogbonna, Dawson, and Sufa. Fredericks, yeah. That's interesting. Do you think Afroboy 007, do you think that Creswell's got the pace? I don't think he's got any pace, but do you think he will be able to cope on that in that left wing back position? Don't you think he's better in that centre back position in that back five? Let me know. Nils T says a win today and we could have cracked it for a European spot. I completely agree, Neil. Luke says Kevin Nolan chicken dance when we go back to fourth. I like it. Luke says hi Jake. Be amazed if the starting lineup isn't the same as Wolves, but Bowen in for Antonio. I completely agree. Ken says biggest game in 5 years today. I'd play Oggy if he was 80% fit. I think most of us would, because he's just so crucial in there, and he helps Dawson out as well massively. Because I feel Diop just gets a bit bored sometimes. His positioning isn't fantastic, but we know with Ogbonna, we know what we're getting. It's going to be a 8, 9, 10 out of 10 every single game. Jake is washing up after lunch, is he? That's interesting. Nobody good against Wolves. He did, but I just fear slightly, Rebecca, that I feel that it's just we're coming up against a better quality midfield. I feel if we just look at this, I will bring it back up again. There is the Leicester one. Tielemans and Ndidi, I feel, are better than Neves and Moutinho, who we faced last week. But we'll see. We will see. 1-0 Burnley. Who are Burnley playing? Let me just have a look. Burnley. Oh, they're playing Newcastle. So Burnley 1-0 up against Newcastle. I think, Kent, you did say Callum Wilson's on the bench. So who got the goal? Vidra got the goal. I do like Vidra. I think he's decent. Yeah, Carroll's on the bench and so's Callum Wilson. That's typical. No, that's typical. They'll be playing next week for sure. Martin says, if Ogbonna plays, we win. Simple. I like it. But Martin, do you think we're down for a definite loss if Ogbonna doesn't play? Let me know. Moyes will go defensive. I think he will. But he can surprise us. Don't forget Mini Jack on at 7. Yeah, I mentioned that earlier. Were you watching? I hope you were. I did mention it earlier. I went through all of the shows. Keep the comments coming in, as I said, and check out Canning Town Lane using the hyperlink in the chat right there for your portraits. Look, I can bring one up for you right here. Look at that. Fantastic portraits. Here they are. There's my one in the London Stadium. Here's my one outside the London Stadium as well. Check them out using the link in the description. Hoping United turn the Spurs over later. Yeah, because I think that that puts us then, if we win, 6 points. I think you said 6 points ahead of the Spurs. Jess says reports coming in this afternoon. West Ham to make Seny Dieng transfer swoop with 26-year-old Senegalese QPR keeper available for $6 million fee. Interesting. Thank you for the report. And guys, get in the chat. Ross Barkley has been heavily linked with West Ham. What's your thoughts on that? You look older now, Jay, than you do in that video. I think I did that video a couple of months ago. Do I actually? Really? Let's just have a look. Let me have a look. Canning Town. I've definitely got less hair, but that will change on Tuesday. That's for sure. People saying I look younger there. Yeah, because I got all of this hair. It's going on Tuesday. The hairdressers are opening, and I am there. That is for sure. Afro Boy 007 says, if we do make the Champions League, Moyes needs to think to put more people on, because our first team will get tired. Yeah, it will. If we do get in the Champions League, it's undoubtable that we need a lot of money to get some players, because I feel people saying 6 to 7 players we need. Just to get our squad, and we've got to pay, we're saying upwards of like £30 million for Lingard now. So if we do get that means we're spending £32 million just to keep our squad the same, and that's a huge dent out of our transfer budget, I do believe. So a lot of money needs to be piped in if we get Champions League, but we're going to get the money for finishing 4th, so let's hope it gets invested back in the squad. Definitely. Jess says, who do you prefer to see in the central role today, Bowen or Lingard? I think they both play, but I think they will do I feel they'll do a bit of a, I don't know what the word is, a bit of a switch around kind of thing, what Ben Rama used to do. But I think Bowen will be mainly central, and then Lingard will be here, there, and everywhere. Because he can't defend. Afro Boy 007, what was that about? Luke says, I worry that Vardy will pull Dawson all over the pitch. Movement confuses him. It might do, but that's why we need Ogbonna back, because I feel, especially, I worry even more with Diop with Vardy there, because his positioning sometimes, and he can just be all over the place. I feel it will help. I will keep saying it will help Dawson if Ogbonna's back today up against Jamie Vardy. That's definitely. What's your thoughts on Dawson signing? Well, forget my thoughts. What's his thoughts? Craig Dawson has joined us for an exclusive interview. Craig, what's your thoughts on today's game and signing for West Ham on a permanent transfer at the end of the season? Well, Jake, thanks for letting me come on your show. West Ham Unofficial, hit the subscribe button. Craig just said subscribe to West Ham Unofficial. Back to Craig. But yeah, massive game today. I feel hopefully Ogbonna's back next to my side, because Diop can be a bit of a nightmare sometimes. I feel like his dad sometimes trying to boss him around. Let's hope Ogbonna's back and get a win. Jamie Vardy will not be on fire tonight. I will put a goal in the right net. Yeah, I will put the goal in the I will head a ball into the right net, and I will get the winner. We are going to Champions League. I will beat Messi, Ronaldo, Mbappe, whoever, Neymar. forget it. I am big Craig Dawson. And he's gone. That was a statement from Craig Dawson. That was a statement. Definitely. Mike says Noah Bonner still capable for a draw. I completely agree. Cyber leader, hope you're well. Ken says good keeper Jazza. Done well at QPR this season. Played many games in lower leagues. Interesting. Thank you for that. Ken Jazza says I don't want to jinx it, but what are the chances of Lingard or Fabianski getting injured? Come on, Jazza, come on. I'm just gonna take a sip after that. I'm just gonna sip. No. Don't jinx it. We've got enough injuries. We're not going to get any more injuries. That is for sure. We are not going to get any more injuries. I feel that we've got enough. We've got our fair share of injuries. Even to be fair, I don't think we will be massively disappointed if we drop into the Europa League spots, because we're playing our last 8 games with some people might say our two of our most crucial players not in the side. Afro Boy 007 says Dawson and Ogbonna go to the ball. Diop and Balbuena don't. I completely agree. There's no communication. They don't go for it. Their positioning isn't very good. Dawson and Ogbonna are the pair that I would like to see. Lee says, I think we should bring on Ogbonna when we go 3-0 up just to shore it up. I like that, Lee. No Barnett on Tuesday. I know. I can't wait to get rid of it. Oh, it looks horrific. I will look presentable again on YouTube. After on Wednesday if I do a show, and then on a big talk about football, all of this will be gone and you will see me. Cyberly is cutting his hair tomorrow. Interesting. Luke says I like Barkley, but if Jesse signs, no space in the first 11. But I feel we're going to need the bodies though. We're going to need the bodies, Luke, if we get into Champions League. You are full of optimism today, Chassa. No to Barkley. Wasted his career. Overrated. He's not in Jesse's class at the moment. I completely agree. Yeah, optimism even. No to Barkley for me. Let's scroll down. Isn't Barkley a bit injury prone? I think he could be. I think he might be a bit injury prone. I think he could be. Dawson interview. We always get a Dawson interview here on West Ham Unofficial. I've stuck the link in the chat. Luke from the Free Hammers, if you want to come on quickly and just have your say, click the link there. Afro Boy 007 says Cresswell can't defend, so that's why left wing back. Interesting. Craig is always welcome. Of course, Craig is always welcome. Replace Diop, always gives the ball away. See, if we're put in the predicament now that Ogbonna isn't back, would you guys get your thoughts in? Would you play Balbuena over Diop? For me, it's a no. Marta says, great hat trick by our great hat trick by our under 23 youngster, but boy, does he have the body language of Haller. No talk about Haller here. Luke says, I do fancy us on set pieces. Fine. Anyone who doesn't sling it in the mixer. Can Balbuena play Diop's role? It would be interesting. Luke's, I'm playing FIFA. Not to worry. I was only going to do this for 10 minutes. Definitely. Drop Diop if no Ogbonna. Interesting thought. See, so you put Balbuena in there with Dawson. I think that's a recipe for trouble. Oh God, I've got Haller's official training shirt. Oh, no more talk about Sebastian Haller. Right, so I'm going to reiterate then. Premier League show with Josh tonight, 7 p.m. Tune in the Premier League Roundup show where we'll go through every single Premier League game that has played and have a look at the games to come tonight. It is the juniors because Josh will be here. Mini Jack Grealish, the Aston Villa fan, so he will go in depth into the Aston Villa 1 Liverpool 2 game, and I will go into the West Ham 3 Leicester 0 game. I hope that's the scoreline. And as I said a minute ago, interview with former Coventry defender David Boost. That will be on Monday at 2 p.m. You can watch it after if you're not available then. But if you are in the live chat, stick your comments in for him. We will be having a really good discussion with him. And check out yesterday's stream. I mean, it was superb. Peach, it was his birthday yesterday. He turned 21 all over again. I know he watches this because he watches every single one. But that would definitely. Here he is. He's come off FIFA. He said, Luke, come here.
I do. You've got me in the Ask Luke studio as well, mate. You must be privileged. But
No, the Ask Luke series. That is where it's made.
In a little room in my house.
yeah. I see you've taken down the shirt behind you to put it on today for match day because you had that shirt behind you, Luke, didn't you?
Yeah, mate. Rarely do I don't usually put the colours on because I feel like it jinxes me. And it's like if we lose, I don't want to walk around Morrison's or Asda in the shirt and have people laugh at me. So I very rarely wear the West Ham shirt. But when it's such a big game, I thought I'd chuck it on today.
Yeah. Give us your thoughts then. Massive game today, as you said. I mean, we've discussed it. Ben Rama to start for you. Do you think Moyes would do that?
I'd like to see it, but I don't think we will. Like you say, mate, I know you're a big Ben Rama fan as well. I think it will be the tried and tested Fornals, Bowen, Lingard, etc. I think we can name the lineup before it's even out in about half hour's time. I'm really nervous, though. Really, really nervous. I think 2-2, but I wouldn't be surprised if we lose. I wouldn't. And I don't want to be pessimistic. I really don't. But I just think they'll just have a little bit too much for us in midfield today.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we say that it would have been a fantastic battle in the midfield if we had Rice and Souček in there against Wilfred Ndidi and Yuri Tielemans, because I really do rate them in the midfield. They've been, I'd say, up there with Rice and Souček for the best, for the second best, we'll say, midfield partnership in the Premier League this season. But do you think, they've got a massive, because they've somebody said they've never won the FA Cup before, and they've got a massive semi-final. Do you see them leaving some players out, resting them ready for that big game, or do you think Brendan Rodgers has the focus on today's game?
I don't think he'll rest them, but as I've said it on your channel a couple of days ago, that I think you may get players that are a little bit less likely to go to a tackle as hard. Like I say, you get a bit scared. You want to play in them Wembley games. That's what you want to plan as a player. You don't want to be, I'm going to play against West Ham. A player doesn't. Their dream isn't to come and play against West Ham. Their dream is to play at Wembley in a semi-final, potentially, get them into that FA Cup and win that for the first time would be incredible for Leicester. Yeah. And that must be in Brenda's mind,
Oh yeah, completely. I mean, it's got to be in their back of their minds somewhere, because I feel that they've got Southampton, and I mean, I think they got Southampton, but that's one of the that's the easier side of the draw, I think, and they've got a massive opportunity if they play well to go to a final, and then play whoever's there. But we'll get back to that in a minute. Let's just take some comments. Loads of comments coming in. Ken says we must play Diop, if no Oggy, because of his pace versus Vardy and co. I completely agree. Mr. Dean is the ref today.
I forgot about
that. Before we put all of our predictions in, what minute would the red card be?
It'll be like some cheeky elbow from Dawson or something like that. He'll definitely be looking to get one back on us. Maybe he'll give him a penalty or something, because you know what he's like. He's dodgy like that, isn't he? Allegedly, yeah.
Neil says I would be buzzing if Ben Rama starts playing a bit more and gets the goals that gets us into the Champions League. I mean, we saw sparks, and I will go back to it. The Aston Villa game, that 3-1, and I thought that's the best I've seen West Ham play for a long, long time. Perhaps in my lifetime. But I feel that if he now plays, do you feel he's got Lingard there, which they've got a bit of an understanding, like Lanzini and Payet did?
And Masuaku, mate, as well. That all these tricky players, the tricky, skillful players, they like playing with each other. They seem to be able to read each other's movement, and whether they're going to step over, whether they're going to release the pass. So I'd like to see Ben Rama in there with Lingard and Masuaku. I think that could be really exciting down that side.
Yeah,
really exciting.
Yeah, it really could be. Let's have a look at some comments. At least Lee Mason's not there with him.
Jesus.
Wally, what's the time over in America? Tell us, what time's the match kick off for you? Back three of Creswell, Dawson and Soufal for him. Kira says it's not a disaster to lose tonight. Plenty more points up for grabs. Yeah, I mean, it won't be great for you, because I think the game starts at like 11 o'clock and it'll finish like 1 o'clock for you in Australia, Kieran. But I feel it is a massive game, but then if we do lose, it mounts the pressure on the game against Chelsea in a couple of weeks' time.
And the Newcastle game, mate. And the Newcastle game becomes like a must-win game then.
Oh yeah.
And that's when you don't want the Newcastle game to be must-win, even though all games are must-win to get Champions League. You just don't want that extra added pressure.
Oh, I completely agree. Yeah, definitely. Martin says Diop was lethargic against Wolves. It was Neil's birthday yesterday as well. Happy birthday, Neil.
My dad's birthday yesterday as well.
There you go. Happy birthday to Luke's dad as well.
Yeah.
Right. Let's take some comments then. Right. Jazz says apparently no Maddison, Tielemans, Chowdhury or Perez due to breaking COVID regulations.
Really? Well,
we'll see.
I hope that's true. I hope that's true, mate.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we will see when team news is announced in 25 minutes. But crikey, that's a massive blow for them.
That's some massive players there. Maddison, Tielemans, who else there? Chowdhury, Perez has been fantastic.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see in 20 minutes' time.
We will. Luke Legend says Mike Dean could send 2 of theirs off though. Jazz says cannot wait for Mike Dean's awful officiating to have an effect on the full-time score. I really do hope that doesn't know. Jazza says Newcastle game was always a must-win though. I think some West Ham fans, Luke, was saying like that Newcastle game is a bigger game than perhaps the Leicester and the Chelsea game, because it would be such a West Ham thing for us to win the games against Chelsea and Leicester and then lose against Newcastle.
Yeah, and I think is Newcastle the only team we've lost against in the bottom half of the table, and that was the first game of the season. You know, if you told me at the beginning of the season that Newcastle would be like 17th and we'd be 4th, you would have gone no way. At the time, you thought it would be the opposite. You know, Newcastle are really good, fresh players, St. Maxim, Almiron. I quite like Newcastle as a team as well. A bit like us with fans, you know, bad owners and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I think that is true. I've just a Leicester fan have just put on Twitter, according to reports. I'll tell you what, I'll whack it up on screen. This is massive if they're not in there, because that gives us that gives us a massive. I'm just going to share the screen there. So let's just have a look at the tweet. It does read James Maddison, Jose Perez, and Hamza Chowdhury all out of today's matchday squad against West Ham on disciplinary grounds, according to several reports.
Massive. Yeah. That is huge.
I mean, there's no Tielemans there, but that might be added on. You never know. You never know. It says that it seems as if they all attended a party with 5 other unknown Premier League footballers in a private garden, but didn't comply with the government.
The other 5 players are Souček, Noble, Lingard.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Flipping heck. Right. It's a 9 a.m. start for you, Wally. So not too bad. Not too bad. Turk says, I don't know if it's true, but yeah, Paris and Maddison Chowdhury all missed today's game as they broke COVID rules. With Barnes out as well. Could be massive for us. Yeah, Barnes, he's a massive player for them.
Soyuncu as well.
Soyuncu, yeah. They are flooded with injuries. They've got more injuries than us, but I mean, we can't look too far across. So we've got bad injury problems as well. Rice is out, and that's massive.
They've still got quality up front. I think that's the thing. Yeah. Vardy and Iheanacho player of the month, isn't he? Iheanacho, so they've still got some massive quality there. But they haven't kept a clean sheet in 7. Apparently, that's what I think. Kent Hammers put that on my comments on my video. Yeah. So 7 games without a clean sheet. That's a lot of games.
Yeah. Whoever said that says, just to clarify, I can't guarantee this is 100% true, but it could be. We will see about that very, very soon when the team is announced. Lisa's fingers crossed then. A hat-trick's of birthdays. It's a sign of good luck. Martin says those players missing is a game changer for me. West Ham all the way. Let's hope so. Neil says Moyes has a point to prove against Newcastle, I reckon. The cyber leader says I would take Almiron if Newcastle go down, or St. Maximin. I like him, St. Maximin, but he's very injury prone. I think he's got a few injuries. But
I would take Wilson as well. Another injury prone. I like him as a player.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, there's a lot, isn't there? There's a lot of players that they're good. They're good players on their day. But I mean, you take Andy Cowell for instance. He's up at the Geordies again now. But yeah, right. Just to finish off, then, if we do think that report is true, does that give you even more confidence if you had any confidence going into this game with the likes of Chowdhury and Madison? I think it was it Madison? Yeah.
Oh, massively, mate, massively. Like, that's huge news. If that is true,
Yeah.
you said it a minute ago, didn't you? With Tillemans and then Didi as a partnership, excellent. But if you take one out, it's battle against Souček and then Didi, then, isn't it? It becomes that sort of battle. Madison is one of my favourite players in the Prem anyway. Great set piece taker. So to take him out would be massive. Perez is good for a goal and he likes scoring against West Ham. So yeah, if any of that is true, it's massive, mate. It's massive. It makes it a lot more winnable, I believe.
Yeah, definitely. Other nerves creeping in for you with the starting lineup announcement looming?
Sorry, what was that, mate? Sorry.
Are the nerves creeping in as the starting lineups announcements looming?
As soon as I woke up, mate, I was nervous. It feels like
so was I.
It feels like a quarter final and a semi-final with an FA Cup. It's like you want the game, but you don't want to lose the game. It's like, come on, but I start feeling sick about it. I start feeling really ill.
Yeah. I mean, it's a massive game, and some people say the biggest game for 5 years for West Ham. It is a massive game. Noah says, I'm sure I saw Vardy at the party with them.
Hope so.
Yeah, massive dent in Leicester's chances as well. It could be. Right, we are going to wrap it up in a minute. But predictions, because my lunch is on the table at 1 o'clock, so we're not going to get the announcement of the team news on this stream. But predictions and final thoughts, Luke.
Okay, right. So if that news isn't true, I still stick with 2-2. If that news is true, I think we have a massive chance of a win, and we may win that. We may win 2-1. I don't think we'll keep a clean sheet, but I do think we're very good for goals at the minute. And as I say, they've not kept a clean sheet in 7 games. Hopefully, they don't keep one today.
Oh yeah. I feel that. I mean, if that news is true, that is massive. Martin is saying 1-1. Cyber Leader is saying 2-1. I'm going to stick to my 3-2 win. I feel they've got, even without Madison there, just Jamie Vardy alone just worries me. The runs in behind, especially if we don't have Ogbonna in there, that'll be a massive loss. And I feel if we've got Diop there, he can fall asleep at times, can't he? I think I think Vardy will be targeting Issa Diop. Don't you think?
I think so, mate. Definitely. But again, we've got Soufal in there as well. Maybe they'll double up a little bit. It's going to be tough. It is. Them two are very good strikers at the moment. That's my fear with them.
Yeah. It's nearly half time in Burnley versus Newcastle, and it's still 1-0. Right, some more predictions. 1-0 to West Ham, says Lee. 3-1 says Charlie. If the news is true, 3-1 West Ham. Vardy and Iheanacho main, we need to keep tabs on. Yeah, I feel those two, especially Iheanacho for the pace as well. His pace and Vardy running in behind, I think they could cause us a real problem, Luke.
Yeah, Iheanacho is confidence as well. As a striker, if the goals are going in, they're going in all the time. When you're lacking confidence, they don't go in. But he's on a purple patch at the minute where everything's going in. So we definitely have to watch out for him today. 1,000,000%.
Yeah. Thanks, Kieran. Thank you very much for sticking with us. But I think that'll do it, Luke. Thank you very much for coming on. Thank you very much for forfeiting your FIFA stint.
Yeah, I appreciate it, mate. I come on all the time. And please subscribe to Little Jake. He's such a good lad. Let's get him up to 2K. He's a proper top lad. The future of West Ham Fan TV, hopefully.
Thank you very much. Subscribe to the Free Hammers if you haven't already, as well. Both from Brisbane. See 2 people in from Brisbane, Kieran and Martin. Subscribe if you're new. I've seen some new faces in the chat today. Some new names. So please subscribe to West Ham Unofficial if you want new. 2-1 now with the new news. Yeah. Anyway, that's gonna do it. Subscribe, like, all of that. Comment, come on, you eyes. And I'll be back very, very soon.